Hey everyone, it's Tom from West Bowling Lodge again, and in this week's Outdoor Learning we're going to take a look at the parts of a plant. So I've got a plant here that we're going to use to have a look at. If you want, then maybe you could write down some of the parts of a plant that you know already, or maybe draw a little picture with the parts of the plant labelled, and see if you can think and remember what they might be used for, what the plant uses these different parts for, what their functions are. And then we'll go through it all in our video now. So here I've got a plant that we're going to take a look at, and I'm going to start by emptying it out so that we can have a little bit of a look at what's going on under the ground. Now, I should say that it's illegal to dig up most wild plants, and most gardeners won't be very happy if you go digging up their flowers. So always get permission before you dig up any plants. So the plant here, now that I've taken the soil out, you can see that this soil is full of these white strands. So they are actually part of the plant. They're the roots of the plant. And you can see they go throughout the whole of the soil. So all the way around these roots are growing. So there's lots of the plant actually exists under the ground and we can't see it. Now roots serve a couple of purposes. Firstly, they go throughout the soil searching for water and nutrients that they can dig up. That they can soak up. So they soak those up out of the ground. And nutrients and water are both needed for the plants to grow. Just like we need to eat to get our nutrients and we need to drink to get our water, plants do it by searching it out through their roots. Roots serve another function too. On big plants such as trees and sunflowers, the roots are really important for keeping the plant upright, from stopping it from falling over. So if there weren't any roots, it would fall over just like if you try and balance a pencil. So the roots are very important parts of the plant underground. Then coming out of the ground, we can see lots of different green things. Now most of these green things are the leaves of this plant. So the leaves of a plant are generally flat and normally green. Now leaves are very important because they are where the plants make their own food. So because they can't eat anything, they have to make their own sugars. Now the leaves are super important for us as well, because that is where plants produce oxygen. So oxygen is what we need to breathe, but it's a waste product to the plants. They take in carbon dioxide from the air and they give out oxygen. They also use the leaves that are nice and big and flat normally for catching sunlight. So the sunlight gives them the energy that they need to make those sugars so that they can grow. So leaves catch sunlight and convert water and carbon dioxide into sugars, giving out oxygen along the way. So next up we've got the stem. On here the stem comes out of the ground and up to the flower at the top. Bigger plants have stems as well. So a tree has got a trunk, and that is the same as the stem on a smaller plant. The purpose of that is to transfer the water and the nutrients from the roots up to other parts of the plant, and a bit like our skeleton, it keeps us upright. Lastly then, we've got the flowers. So on here, they're quite small and delicate, and on the apple tree, we've got some pink blossom as well. Now, flowers are generally bright and colourful, and that is because they want to attract visitors to the plant. So bright colourful flowers will stand out to bees and butterflies and other insects that are pollinators. Now flowers are where the plants reproduce. They make seeds in the flowers, but they can only do that if they're visited by pollinators like bees and butterflies. So the bright colourful petals attract the bees and butterflies. They come in for a drink of nectar. That's a sweet sugary substance that the flowers make as well. And while they're there, they will often get pollen rubbed onto them. So pollen will rub onto the legs of the bees and the butterflies, they'll fly off to another flower and take that pollen with them. They'll pass that pollen on to the other flower, and that transfer of pollen from one flower to another is what enables the plant to grow seeds and to reproduce. So the seeds are often produced later on in the year. For example, on a dandelion, the yellow clock turns into the fluffy white seeds that blow away in the wind. Hopefully each of those will then grow into a new dandelion. That's the aim of the plant, producing the seeds and spreading them around in that way. There's one other thing that we'll look at that some plants have. So this one here has got what's called a bulb. Now the bulb normally is underground as well. The roots grow out of the bottom of it and the stem grows out of the top. The bulb is a store of energy for the plant. So that's how it gets the energy to start growing in the spring, and it stores the energy there over the winter. So we've had a little look at the different parts of a plant there. The roots underground, the stem connecting it all together, the leaves that make the food, and the flowers that create seeds. So each of those parts serves a different important purpose for the plants, and all plants will have some form of those different parts. We can see from that plants are really useful for us. First of all, they give us the oxygen that we need to breathe. So for that reason alone, they're so important. They also soak up carbon dioxide, which helps to limit climate change. Their roots soak up water to help prevent flooding. And of course we can eat lots of different parts of a plant as well. We can eat the roots of a carrot, the leaves of a lettuce, and even some flowers like dandelions, but be careful where you pick them from if you are going to have a try of that. So I hope you've enjoyed looking at the different parts of a plant and maybe learned something today as well. Come back next week for more videos, and of course our crafts on Mondays as well. Thanks for watching.